Welcome to the channel. Today we're looking at Valki Dragonstorm's latest, most likely card to be broken in every format ever made. Ugin Storms, as if Khan wasn't good enough, they made a better 7-mana colorless dude that comes in, exiles something, and then when he casts a colorless spell, exiles something else. It's pretty broken, it's pretty busted, it's pretty balls to the wall mental, and then it's got 3 other abilities on top of everything I just said, which is already wild. Draw, gain life, add mana, and search your deck for every piece of shit you can ever imagine put on the field. And then your opponent cries, goes home, quits Magic, and you've just lost yourself an opponent. The deck is essentially a huge big ramp deck. There's not really much to say about it. Ramp, loads of mana, +1 mana, +2 mana, get out Forsaken Monument, everything taps for double now, and you've won the game as early as turn 3 or 4, which is kind of crazy and scary. If you want to double the triggers on this, by the way, use Echoes of Eternity, which is just really stupid. It just doubles triggers on every colour spell you have. You've got a few 0-cost spells as well, so you can go for Ugin, and then cast one of these, exile 2 things, and it's game over. Let's see how it does in today's video. Please like and subscribe. Let's try that again. Please like and subscribe, or you're going to fall off your chair. So you better do that. And if you want to donate to the channel, because it really helps donating to the channel, you get your own custom video as well. It's a special moment in space and time, because if you become a channel member, you get to tell me exactly what kind of video you want, and it goes to you, dedicated to you, and you are immortalized, and I will shout you out, and all credit will go to you for that video. So let's get into today's video for Ugin Storms. We go first with the most broken colourless card in the deck, probably Null Elemental Blast, and that's because it just counters every single multicolour spell for 1 mana. And when you think of how many there are in the actual game, then your head starts to wonder how this card was made for 1 colourless. It is crazy. It does kind of force you down the route of having colourless mana, but in a colourless deck like this, it just doesn't really matter. It's such an auto-include. Fear of missing out. So as long as we can keep our artifacts safe, should be okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're very, very close here. When it attacks for the first time, there are 4 or more card types in your graveyard. Untap extra combat step. Charming Prince. So they could, they probably should have attacked first, because now I feel like they're just missing out on the potential to just discard and draw. Oh, now we gain 2 life basically, because they choose to do it pre-combat. Sorry, I just couldn't find where my pointer was there. My mouse clicker. I was thinking about having I've got one screen set up. It's a big 4K screen. But I can't switch screens to just check out if the recording is still going on, because I've got anxiety. I think, oh no, it's not recording, because genuinely sometimes I'm recording and the mic will just stop recording for literally no reason. And yeah, oh my gosh, Contagion Engine. Right, let's go for Thought Not Seer, and then let's look at what's in their hand. Maybe get rid of a removal. Holy crap. I think we get rid of Invert Polarity there. Even though we could have actually countered that with the Null Elemental Blast. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's going to give us 4, and they get a card back. The deck looks pretty mana intensive, and a Jace. Okay. And they're going to put the mice underneath and then swing in. God damn it. We needed something. Okay, another land. Let's go for Ugin. And I think we'll get rid of this. I don't like the idea that they can get extra combats. I feel like that's deadly. Nice, and this already feels broken. They currently do not have any removal in their hand. When it enters, return 2 non-permanents to his hand. I mean, this is 6 mana. They've only got 3. And yeah. Next turn, we can have so much mana if we really want to. We can have triple colourless mana. Blind Mice. Create a token as a copy of target token control. Okay, so the fact they're attacking it does give me faith in that they don't have a way to deal with it currently. Oh my god, this is so powerful. It just obliterates everything so easily. Alright, let's go against Davriel's Soul Broker. Doesn't really matter too much which one we start off with. I really like X-Spells with Ugin because you can just drop it for 0 and just get rid of a problem. Well, the rest, that's kind of par for the course. It's a mono black deck. They're going to have X number. Somebody, please tell me, I think probably you, Josh, if you're watching this, the difference between X and N. Like if I just said, our opponent has X amount of discard spells, or would it be more accurate to say, my opponent has N number of X spells? Or is that mathematical notation interchangeable? Does it matter if you say X or N? I've always wondered this when I'm like writing something down for a document or trying to record sort of data. I'm sure there's a difference. Dark Ritual, holy crap, so they're already going to go for the Davriel here. It's going to be one of those quick games then. It always does ruin the experience, doesn't it? I think this definitely needs to be banned. Because turn 2 Davriel is just utter bullshit. More bullshit than this, because this it cannot be done. We can't ramp... We can't get stuff out that quick. Conjure a Mana Guardian. What's the downside? The opponent never seems to get a bad downside. +1/+1. So that makes the Kozilek's 5/0/1s. Well, I might as well go for this. I mean, it's almost definitely going to die. Wait a minute. Where's the emblem gone? I thought we got an emblem where our creatures are +1/+1. Oh, don't know. I suppose the upside here is that now Davriel costs 6, and that is quite a bit more than the mana they have. Our opponent always seems to get... Oh, so powerful. Blackless to cast is so powerful. Blackless, by the way, not just colour. Oh, Liliana. So there goes the Burnish Heart.
Fight finished before brunch. Haven't you ever heard of personal
Treasure map.
space?
This is going to be problematic. Although we can make X/0/1s. Might be helpful. Each player discards.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Get rid of that. So we're basically not going to have any cards on our hand because of Liliana. And an Atlas Arts. Okay, well this can exile stuff, so... I think we will exile the top card. I'm not too bothered about Liberator. Cosmic Elixir. So if our life total is high... No, I'm just gonna create X1s in their end start, which is, when you think about it, it's pretty crazy. And actually, an early Liliana, when we have no creatures, really hurts their hand too.
Drop it.
So unless they have a board wipe or something, they might struggle to deal with all this. So when they attack, we discard a card, but we're just going to use this in response. Choose to. Create 3 of those, and then exile top creature mana value X or less. That's so powerful! One, two, three. So we get the 0/3s, and then we'll get rid of the bat. Although, interestingly, the emblem does... their creatures are quite a bit weaker, so with enough of those emblems, they're going to slow down quite a bit. Now, if they go for a board wipe here, I'm going to be really sad. Down to 21. Their life doesn't really matter to me too much. And they're going to go for another Davriel. So because they have Liliana in their hand, I kind of want to get to a point where I don't really want to be having cards in my hand, because it just means that, oh, they're going to draw 3 though. And what's the downside? Beginning of upkeep, lose 1 for each creature. Right, let's get rid of this Cosmos Elixir. That's not helpful. Palantir. Exile that. So because we can cast off the top, we can now do this. That's broken. Get rid of that. Oh my god, and we've got Ugin's Conjuring on the top! That's crazy!
Mine is the power of Eon.
Okay, that is absolutely awesome. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Davriel. And
Are yours.
I guess we can exile the card Silex, because that's on us. Oh, and we have this for the following turn, which is kind of nice as well. So how do they... Oh my god. Well, we're going to keep that on top, aren't we? Because if they mill that, they're going to take 6. With a triggered ability... Oh my goodness, that combined with the Palantir would be insane as well. So Dreamstone Hedron coming up next. Yeah, guys, I think the Mystic Forge is pretty busted with Ugin. It's just like Bullis of Citadel colours, right? In many ways. Blood on the Snow will deal with the Ugin, of course. I mean, there's a lot of answers here they can have. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we're very close to recasting him for 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So one more. I might put a stop in my upkeep just in case they kill Ugin. We might want to try and find a land on top so we can ensure that Ugin comes out to play. But they know that whatever they play... March of Wretched Sorrow. Okay, that's a shame. They did lose 2 cards for that.
All the aid I wish to give.
Right, so let's use this, because I'm not really a huge fan of Dreamstone Hedron on top. And we get a land, which is actually perfect. Now, we don't have anything to exile, annoyingly. But that's fine. Because we'll just draw a card. Keep drawing lands is fine as Incubator. I think this is left over from when I used to have Illumogs and Eldrazi in the deck. Yeah, we'll put this to the bottom. I don't really care about this. But there are still some merits to having it as an Incubator. They lose 5. My god, they're at 24. Gain 1 life. How are they gaining? Oh, because they slap this gains life and also the Akalazots as well.
My contracts are like good tea.
So we're looking for more. I mean, with enough critical mass, right? Surely they're going to have enough downsides that will surely outweigh the upsides, right? I mean that seemed to be enough, but my god, Ugin's oppressive, isn't it? Let's see how we do against Red Black. Red Black is very good at dealing with the artifacts, and the Valki, if it comes down as just a Valki, they can clone. They can steal the Matter Reshaper and then become it, and then if it dies, they get a bonus. So that would be a bit annoying if that happens, but then not much I can do about that, really. Autophaxia is a pretty nice, like, top-end thing. I mean, that's going to be 2 mana more than Ugin, so we'll see how that goes. Also, they go for Valki. No, they don't want to go for Valki. Scry 1. No, we're going to bin that. It feels a bit too slow. So in their turn, we're just going to flash in the Liberator. Liberate these nuts. They don't see that coming, do they, boys and girls? They don't see that one coming. But yeah, having flash is just insane. Color spells are not artifacts, so they had flash. Mahem Davriel. Here we go. Ooh. And we might as well fly over the top. Let's see how this goes. This is quite exciting. I like seeing different matchups. We don't normally face Valki, and when it's 7 mana, that is going to be pretty scary. We can't actually kill Ugin. You can steal cards. 2 damage to each other creature. Okay. 2 damage. Just 2. So we let that die. We can just get Ugin next turn. See, the issue is if we do this before, it will save the Liberator, or do this. Fine. Fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exile creature, mana value X or less. Pay X equals 3. Why does this feel so OP, this Kozilek's command? It's so... This is a broken card in itself, isn't it? Because it just gives you so much damn mana. Mutagolem as well. I guess we'll get rid of the Spiteful Banditry here. 4, 5. They do get treasures out of this.
In the stratagem. My timeless wisdom. I will
Go for the Matter Reshaper.
this world
So we would have had another trigger there, but oh well.
belongs to the patient.
Sometimes the irony here is that sometimes Ugin runs out of targets. 4, 5, 6. So if they go for one more land, they can go for the 7 mana Tybalt, but that doesn't guarantee success. They can exile cards to play more cards later on, or they can exile a creature or artifact, or they can exile or graveyards eventually. But yeah, I just feel like it's a pretty good matchup, to be honest. I don't normally say that. Normally I feel like the opponent has some kind of edge. Incendiary Flow, kill exile, fair enough. So we're not going to get any bonus poontang off that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's crazy. Auto Reach is crazy. But again, Valki can just deal with that. They're going to reanimate Liberator. That's interesting. So we can't actually kill that with Ugin's ability. Weird move. Let's go for... I think I'm going to draw. I want to try and hit my lands naturally. Okay, that's perfect.
Insight is vital to success.
Let's go for this, only because if they flash in a creature here, that will also die. And then, at the same time, the portal doesn't actually get rid of the Tybalt, so we'll save the Mutagolem for Tybalt, and we have enough lands to do that naturally, even if they kill the Ugin now, so... They might be hesitant to actually do anything extra here. 5, 6, 7... And then they could just be terrified of this, and then just play the Tybalt to get rid of it, but in which case, we can then get rid of it, of the Tybalt, so they're in a really tricky situation here, so they are going to go for it. And they are going to do that. Yeah, just as expected.
You won't miss it.
We can just kill it with a Guardian Idol. We don't even have to do anything crazy. Hello. Hello, darling. I'm just doing a video.
Okay.
Love you. You okay?
We were having such fun.
Who's not shouting at you anymore? I'm not shouting at you.
The wise heed.
Right, let's go for Semblance Anvil. That is annoying. Oh, that's nice. That is annoying. I've not even done anything wrong. Just recording a video and my son just comes and tells me I'm annoying. Kaya's. Alright, let me... Okay, now he's shouting his way. Alright, I'm gonna... Let me just... No tissue roll. Okay, well, luck, I'll be there in a minute. Yeah. He's just weed himself. Oh, I'll be there soon. And in a minute. This game is almost finished, I think. Although they've got their own portal to Phyrexia, which is kind of crazy. That took that off. Right, we'll go for echoes, which just gives us a ridiculous amount of triggers here.
Fate flows as easily as water.
And a transmog wand as well. There's no point, like, even playing that out. Yeah. Let me just finish this, Louis. I'll get... Oh my goodness, he's pissed everyone in the toilet. What? I know it's all wet. I just need to... Let me just finish this. If you're already wet, you're not going to be unwet until I get there. Then I'll unwet you, but you're already wet anyway, so you can't get any more wet. Once you've reached wet status, there's no more wet you can be, Louis. That makes sense. So basically, they're just keeping Ugin alive. Dead, should I say. I am so distracted right now. Oh my god! What? Where's Mummy? Why do you need everywhere? Right, love you. I'm just going to finish this and I'll be down. Okay? Good. No. Give it to Mummy. Give it to Mum for now. Love you. Goodness. Only the best games get recorded by your son pissing himself and pissing everywhere. It is so difficult to record for this channel, guys. So difficult! You literally can't make this up. You can't make it up! What else can we do? Draw a card. How are they still in this game? Invasion. Put a counter on. There's no way they can get around all this stuff. Right, if we do meet again, I'm going to get rid of the solar transformer as well. Everything's going to be blown up here. Exile that. Exile that twice just in case.
I won't forget your transgression. My resources are yours.
This is just the most insane power level ever. I'm impressed they're still here. Okay. And we get 2 of them as well! How can they come back from this? It's literally impossible, right?
Open your mind to possibility.
Right. So they've got energy, they've got infect, and what other counters can we give them? I guess the portal to Phyrexia could easily do the job here. Okay, but what even is there left to revive? There's like nothing to revive. Apart from the meter golems, that would be bad. Yeah, okay, fine. And then the meter golem can kill the Ugin. Okay, so we are actually in a little bit of trouble here, aren't we? Right, let's get another card then. Exile. I was so lucky. Thank goodness. That was going on far too long. I'm so sorry about my child pissing, and I hope you didn't see anything in the background. But yes, this command is absolutely busted. Even when your kid's pissing around the toilet and there's literally piss everywhere, I couldn't believe how much piss there was. When you have a kid, there will be so much piss and shit and vomit. Yeah, just a warning to you. Just, you know, that's just the way it is, guys. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.